I love it. Where have you been? Our song is out. I had to make sure I saw your hands. I was like,
I heard
don't miss hands.
if you look at elbows. Did you hear that too?
Mm-hmm.
Does it work?
Yes, we created Where Have You Been? And I gotta say, I saw the video and I captured this from the video. This is my favorite thing ever. What the Spice Girls were really talking about here is when two become one. When two become one. And now here you are. Well, okay, so the song is, in essence, for me, like why I wrote it is makes me sound like such a weird stalker, but it's not weird, man. I was watching Only Murders in the Building, and okay, Martin Short, I love Martin Short, and I've always loved him. And it was when, I believe it's the first time Meryl kind of came in that show, but she was on stage, and oddly enough, not about Meryl. It was about Martin Short's face. He came up and he was just in such awe. It was just a pure moment, and everything on his face when he said those words, he looked at her and he was just so in awe. And he was like, where have you been? And it was like, I rewound that part. What is it, 1985 with my VCR? I kept going back to it because I was like, oh my God, so much was said and I was like, that's a song. You have to be grown to really know what that's like. I thought I had found what it was going to be. I thought this, I was wrong, but now you see it standing in front of you. I was so moved. And so the whole song came out of those words from Martin Short. And then it turned into, it sounds like a sad song, the vibe of it, but it is really about hope, and it's about finding that thing that you thought you'd never find, and you did. And then also it's like, where have you been? Like, I've been waiting a minute. I didn't even know you existed, and you're in love.
Yeah.
One of us is in love, but he is living in it, and so it's kind of nice to write it with someone and have that juxtaposition. So this is one of the lyrics. This is, I almost gave up, my light was so dim, and now here you are, where have you been? Well, you don't need me to explain it if you understand it. Don't listen to this because you're in such a happy place. Okay. But when you do fall in love, and it's a beautiful thing, I'm not negating the fact that I have felt like love, but like when you fall in love and you think it's forever and then it doesn't work out, it's incredibly sad. To have that look, it's like literally my light was, Jesse, who sings with us as well, we always talk about, it's that whole Tinkerbell thing, like, you know, the light kind of goes out, you know, the little kid in us or whatever, and it's like, man, sometimes it's hard. It was really cathartic for me to write this and experience that, like watching it on someone's face and being like, maybe the unicorn does exist still, you know? Yeah, and then writing it with you.
Life is about cycles too.
Yeah, but it's not fun to be in this part of the cycle. It's more fun to be in this part of the cycle.
You just came up with it on your own, melody, lyrics.
But in the cabin in Montana, it was snowing. There was a fire. I might have called him slightly inebriated.
That's like, my favorite kind of call to get.
And by the way, there's voice memos of me being like, okay, I have this idea, and
that husky voice too.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
It's late at the cabin.
It's late at the cabin. Okay, so don't you know what? Judge away. I don't care, but I was slightly inebriated at my cabin alone.
You sent me just this vocal.
I like my freedom, but
it sounds fantastic.
This isn't actually the one I was talking about at first.
Oh, really?
But this one sounds better.
This is the first one that you sent to me.
And I'm not a musician, so how I kind of played with the rhythm of it was why I included the PGVs, so you could hear like where it kind of pushed and pulled, because I'm not a musician. And it actually was written real huge.
Yeah.
And you hold it out like very like old school.
You sent me just a vocal. And it's just an open landscape, and you said, I'm digging these vibes, Patsy Cline,
there was a little BGB
Steven
thing.
Sanchez, some other people. And then I went back to my house, might have gotten slightly inebriated, and then just started following my heart.
I love it. So we were figuring out, because here's the hard
And
part.
this is me on my couch. I think I put my laptop so I could record onto my phone and played it on
Just
my
with your,
laptop
like, yeah.
and then jammed along like on
Which
the
is
couch.
not a great mic to like,
No.
no. But I think this was what's great about our team effort, because we've never really worked like this together,
Yeah.
is we both were willing to be like, all right, let's try it. Like, and we just went on the ride, and I've never really been allowed that freedom. So with the new label, my label, CEO, I can do whatever I want. And so it's nice to have the freedom of like, this song has had a few different lives. Like vocally even, remember? Jason and I in this room, we cut the first vocal and it was completely different than what we ended up with.
Totally different.
Yeah, it was all big. It was like huge and soaring the whole time.
I remember I got a voice note coming. I was on the plane from LA to New York.
Yeah.
And you had just recorded with Jason and you said, so I think the vibe might be off or something like that. We got to try something totally different. But like, I'm open for a challenge.
Yeah.
Of course, I love it. And then you were like, but you can't change the guitar solo.
I wouldn't let him change that guitar solo.
It was like one take, me just kind of temping something
Which is
out.
kinda
And then you were
great.
like, nope, this is it. I know we went through different iterations, but it felt really organic. Like,
Yeah, not many artists and not many musicians get to play this many different styles of music all the time.
yeah.
And we love it. And so it's nice that like the song, it kind of lives in a few different spaces for me, genre-wise.
And it really takes you on a journey because you're starting so intimate with piano and vocal, and it just
Story.
like, it really sucks you in. It's a story.
It's a story.
And then by the end, it's rocking and it's like a full just
And it's
journey.
interesting because it sounds sad, but it's hopeful. It's like actually a really happy song. It's like you found the unicorn of what you feel like hasn't existed. Like that kind of love hasn't existed. And it's like you were lucky enough to find the unicorn of the situation. And not everybody gets that. So it's the hope of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Our new song is out now. It's Where Have You Been? You can stream it wherever you stream, buy it if you want to, do whatever you want. But yeah, we hope you dig it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, who cares? We love it. We love it so much. I'm so excited to play it in Vegas.
Me too.
This live,
Live is going to be
you're
amazing.
going to see me lose it in the guitar solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. What she said.
Ditto.